So I believe that learning to draw and sketch is all about sort of forming that creative habit. So I'm going to share with you 7 tips today on how to start that habit. Now, if you stick around to the end, number 7 is a really fun one. You're going to love it. Or you might not. You might think it's weird. We'll see. Now, if your brain is anything like mine, it's constantly getting distracted with lunchtime fantasies or just daytime daydreams. When am I going to become famous for inventing the solar-powered self-removing trousers or pattern leather hair? Surely everyone needs a revolving bathtub or an app to delete apps that deletes apps. So how do we conquer this lack of focus? Well, to learn to draw or to sketch or to do anything, to learn how to cook or any new skill, to play a musical instrument or anything like that, the first thing we've got to do is form a habit, and that habit will enable us to learn. So if you want to learn a new skill and hobby, there's a lot of research out there that suggests that it takes 3 weeks of doing something repetitively for it to become a habit. So it's important to try and say, just like carve out a month and say, I'm going to really try and do this for a month. So how do you do it? How do you find the time? How do you find the time to make it a habit? Well, here are 7 tips. 7. So, numero uno, prioritize. If you want to do this, you're going to have to find the time. So look at what you're doing. Look at what you're spending your time doing. Are you on your phone a lot? Are you spending a lot of time on social media? I know I spend far too much time. For me, 5 minutes, far too much time. But I probably spend an average of, 20 minutes, half an hour a day looking at Instagram and things. Don't need to do that. It never brings me joy. After I've been on, if I've looked at my TikTok and my Instagram feeds or whatever, rarely do I ever come off that thinking, that was a really healthy 20 minutes of my life that I loved. Don't do it. What I do is I put my phone down and I feel a bit mucky, really. So think about stuff like that. How much time do you watch telly? How much time do you actually spend watching very cuddly Yorkshiremen on YouTube? Are there other aspects of your life where you can actually go, do you know what? I'm wasting a bit of time there, or I don't really enjoy that. Why do I sit and watch, endless box sets of TV shows that don't actually bring me that much pleasure? So think about where you can get some time back and maybe do something more creative with that time. So number 2, you have to schedule it. Appointments for kids, dogs, grandmas, the doctor, getting your car serviced. These things are not... They're appointments because it means we stick to them. And I think, learning a new skill is a bit like that. So if you can schedule it, to be twice a week or 10 minutes a day at a certain time, then I think that can really help you stick to it and to sort of be accountable as well. So number 3 is start small. Don't commit to doing an hour a day or half an hour a day, because it's a bit too much time, to be honest with you. We're talking about staying motivated and keeping it fun and fresh. And it's a little bit like, I guess, learning to cook. If you're learning to cook from scratch, you wouldn't start by cooking a 4-course meal. What you do is you start by maybe boiling an egg or learning to cook a bit of rice or to do a jacket potato, and then once you understand how to roast a jacket potato, you can build up slowly, adding skills as you go, and then end up cooking a full meal. So, do start small little tasty bites. Don't go and crazy and try and eat the whole thing. So number 4, try and combine some of your activities. Now, some people sketch while they watch TV. I can't do it, or at least I find that it's a little bit like some people do dual screening, social media and then a telly over there, but I can't do it. My brain just doesn't have that ability. But that said, I do love a podcast and I do love music. And putting on a podcast and putting on some music will help you focus, relax, and just get in the zone. And then you can start drawing and sketching. Another thing you can do is you can chat and draw. Like, I'll often sit with friends if we sit around a table talking and I'll just doodle. So if you've got other friends who want to learn to sketch and draw, it's a wonderful thing to learn to do together, really. There's nothing I like more than going out sketching with a friend and sitting somewhere and just having a real good catch up while you're sketching something. It's wonderful. Also, why not, combine that drawing into your day? So what do you do on your lunch break? Go to a coffee shop, do some drawing, draw on the way to work, something like that. On your commute to work, take a little sketchbook and do some drawing. Do not draw and drive. 5. Invest in some art materials. Now, you really don't need a lot, but I would suggest you get yourself a little sketchbook Something tiny like this is great because you can pop straight in that pocket and get yourself a pen. Again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could buy a cheap fountain pen. Treat yourself to something nice because it might encourage you to keep going. I don't generally recommend anybody who is starting sketching is starting with a pencil. There's always a temptation to use an eraser. You start to draw and then you go, oh, I don't like it, and you rub it out. And then you start to draw and you don't like it and you rub it out. Before you know, you've made 4 marks and rubbed them all out. And that's not how you build confidence. How you build confidence is you just keep adding marks and marks and marks until it gets crazy and you have a big mess. And then you sort of carve out what you want from that mess. The ability to make a mark confidently is really what will make you an artist. This is not a digital process. This is not a binary process. It's organic, you know. So I would say that go in with a pen, make loads of marks, make loads of mistakes, angry rabbits. Be free with your mark making. Art should be a crime of passion. So number 6, don't think too much. Draw whatever's around you. Draw your hand. Draw the person who's sitting opposite you. Doodle, make something up, you know. Often if I don't know what to draw, I'll pick up one of the kids' toys because they're always such interesting shapes. And I'll just, sketch them. Draw anything. Just draw a box, draw some circles, doodle any old thing. So yeah, if I sometimes feel like I really want to draw, but I don't know what to draw, I might start by doing some writing. Just write down a few thoughts, and that can really help your creativeness start to sort of flow. Just draw anything. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. So, number 7, and forgive me if you, forgive me if you think this is a bit weird, but we've started something new for 2025. Now, I'd like to call it loodling. I might have invented it. I might not have done. So what is loodling? Well, if you imagine that on average we spend sort of 3 to 3.5 hours every week sitting on the toilet, well, you could use your time more constructively than sitting on your phone, which most people do. I mean, I don't mean actually sitting on your phone because that wouldn't be... Anyway, so I decided to put a little sketchbook by the loo. It's about this size, in a plastic bag with a pen. And when you're sitting there contemplating the world, just do a doodle or 2. Now, I was thinking about calling it poodling, but that's a dog. So weird, but in a very different way. So I thought doodling was a fun one. So have a go. Put a sketchbook by your loo, and when you sit and enjoy your easement, do a little sketch. Sketch something that's in the bathroom, sketch some shampoo bottles or whatever, or just make it up. So here's some examples of what we've put in our sketchbook so far. So for my lovely Patreons, I'm just going to show you what the Loodling book looks like. So this is Paul Rubens or Royal Tannin, I think they're made by, sketchbook that I was sent just to test. But to be honest with you, the paper is a bit thin for sort of watercolour and things like that, or any wet media. But I thought it would be the perfect little book for the Loodling experiment. So there's a little insight into my bathroom. Loodling 2025. So now this is something that I'm trying to get all the families to do. This is my daughter. She's done a winter robin. And then this is stuff we never use in the corner cupboard. The sort of bits that I can see when I'm loodling away. 5th of January. There's a button by Sally. Our snowman. And she's put the shadow there. I like the fact that she signs them. That's very cute. There's not a lot in here. Missing the breeze. That's me thinking about sailing. An old bellows camera. I've put bellow. Anyway. It's literally the idea being here that, it can be 5 minutes. You shouldn't really be spending too long sitting on the loo. But it's just a small amount of time that you can do something creative and just not sit doom scrolling on your phone, really. I'm finding social media and news in the world at the moment really hard, like a lot of people, so I tend to... It's nice not to just, to get depressed by it all. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what that is. Lou roll or something? I don't know. Must be loo roll because it's got the dots, don't it? Toilet paper. So, and of course the lovely chaotic nature, it's also been started in the bag. There's Panda. And this one, I think it might be, my oh my, it might be a drawing of poo with flies around it. Yeah, you can't love kids. So yeah, this is a little book of free expression and nonsense. And all I have is this and this together, and I put them in a sealed bag. I might put them in a little Tupperware actually, and that's just next to the loo. So there you go. There's a little insight into how crazy we are in this family. Yeah, so maybe do that. Give it a go. As I say, you know, you have a phone, which, let's face it, a lot of people take to the loo now. So you have a sketchbook. So for this year, we're going to have this. So I'll keep you updated if you are interested in how it goes, and yeah, give it a go. Happy loodling. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about the actual mechanics of how to starting drawing and sketching, check out some of the videos on my channel. There's loads of stuff on there. And I'll be doing a lot more of these fundamental videos probably in 2025, because I think it's a great way of getting people involved in more creative things and trying to get us deprogrammed away from just sort of consuming media. It's nice to produce your own. Bye-bye for now.